Today on Built to Last, making the most of a second chance.
First group in for 2-week pre-apprentice program.
Finding career paths.
It opened my eyes to the trades.
And giving back to an injured veteran. Pick up a hammer. It's time for Built to Last.
Built to Last is brought to you by the Chicago Regional Council of Carpenters Labor and Management Committee and Armstrong Ceilings. Faster, easier, better.
Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Monica Peterson.
And I'm Mark Nilsson. We're here at the Chicago Regional Council of Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Center. It's here that many fine men and women start their own careers as skilled union carpenters.
For some, choosing a career over another kind of life isn't always easy.
In our first story, we learn about an organization which is convincing hardened gang members to put down their guns.
We started in September 2016, a horrifically violent year. Chicago's the third largest city in the country, more homicides than New York and LA combined. 80% of the violence is concentrated in 15 neighborhoods. 75 to 80% of the young men shooting and being shot are 17 to 24-year-old African-American men. Our theory is pretty simple, that if you want to stop shooting, you have to work with the guys who are most likely to shoot and be shot.
Chicago CRED came in the community to help these young men.
How can we partner with them to be a part of the solution about gun violence? I mean, we see it every night on the 10 o'clock news.
If a person grew up and that's all they ever saw was the gang lifestyle and selling drugs, that's all they know. We are showing them that there is a different way to earn money.
You can't just tell them to put down the guns. You got to give them something positive, something productive to do.
The Chicago CRED is the first time that we had a pre-apprenticeship along with full buy-in with our contractors to hire the students immediately.
Coming up in the south side of Chicago is hard.
You know, I grew up on the south side, so it's kind of, you know, a lot of gang activity and things like that.
My mother passed when I was 10 years old. Father was into drugs and stuff like that, so the streets were the only people I had as a family.
We grew up with each other, you know, basically hustling.
6 brothers and sisters, so it's like I was mainly taking the father role because my father was never around. Sports kept me in school, but I just wanted to have better, so that's what took me into the street life, and that's how I got caught up selling drugs.
Having to run because they're shooting.
I ended up getting shot one time, and I thought I wasn't going to make it. It's the most craziest time in your life because I used to go through it every day, but now it's like I know how to move around to not make me feel the way I used to feel.
You feel like there's no way out. You're stuck between those 6 blocks, and you don't see nothing else beyond that.
It's not just about a job, it's about a career, but for me it's way bigger than a career. This is about changing someone's life. It's literally changing the trajectory of their life.
They have vetted these students, and as I see it, they've done a real good job with it.
Life coaches, help with substance abuse, help with trauma care. I've had dozens of guys get their high school diplomas and then spin them off from the street economy into the legal economy.
Basically, Chicago CRED is creating real economic destiny. So our instructors are explaining to them what the industry is and preparing them for an apprenticeship in our industry. And it's being held here at our school, District Council 14 Training School in Berkeley, Illinois.
I'm going to dip my brush and
We have our first group in for 2-week pre-apprentice program, and my board of directors were so behind this that I had commitments from 5 or 6 companies that they said the successful guys that complete the pre-apprentice program, we'll hire them.
3 out of the 6 are now employed. 2 out of the 3 have already started school, and so it's already moving along the whole program quite well.
That's why we have a drop class.
Starting them out as first-year apprentices, getting them into the apprentice program, and then working them on the jobs. And our apprentice program is 1 day a week in school, 4 days a week on the job.
We're anticipating within the next month for the other 3 Chicago CRED students to be accepted as apprentices with the contractors, and they will also be earning a living at that time.
When we're cutting, we need to get the paint up there first.
We stressed in the very beginning what the pitfalls that we've seen over the years. Some of these inner city youths have never traveled out of the little square mile that they live in, and now we're expecting them to drive to Schaumburg, which they've never been on a tollway system, and walk into a job site being the only one, and they've never had that experience. It has to feel awkward.
This is called cutting in.
The question is how can we get them help to get to the job sites to pay that initiation fee?
Grab either a window or a door.
Transformation is hard. It's because it can't be a hope in the unseen. It's got to be a hope in something real and something tangible. That's what's forcing the change in behavior.
The paint up there first. There you go.
We've all experienced the benefits of being in the building trade and the great career that it can provide, and so we want to provide a way for them access to what we've been blessed with.
This is about rebuilding lives, rebuilding communities, making Chicago safer, and to have the Painters Union step up for us is a huge deal.
This is a trailblazing group right now. Hopefully there'll be groups behind them, and maybe other trades will want to be involved as well. And so I'm hoping that this is a good start for the building industry here in Chicago.
They're not the problem, they're actually the solution. We have to walk with them, learn with them, and support them, and they are going to lead. Our young men are going to lead Chicago to a better place.
At Armstrong Ceiling and Wall Solutions, we take great pride in making a positive difference in the lives of people. With the broadest portfolio in the industry and the technical performance to back it up, you can design and install with confidence. Our ceiling construction expertise, training, and pre-engineered ceiling solutions make it easy for you to seamlessly transition from one end of the building to the other. Improve construction efficiencies and keep every job on time, on budget, and on the mark with Armstrong Ceiling and Wall Solutions. Faster, easier, better.
When you need a concrete contractor for your commercial project, you can't waste time waiting through countless unproven contractors who don't specialize in the job type you need or service your area. ConcreteIL.com lets you browse Northern Illinois' top contractors to find the perfect fit for your exact needs. You can filter our vetted list of contractors by both job type and location, and even request proposals directly through the site. Thinking commercial concrete? Think ConcreteIL.com.
From bridges and trains to iconic high-rises, have you ever wondered who's powering Chicago? Unlike our sports heroes, they go unnoticed. Yet they proudly keep our businesses, homes, and great city running. IBEW Local 134 electricians and the electrical contractors have the experience, training, and reliability to keep Chicago open for business.
Chicago CRED actively recruits gang members, preparing them for a career that just may save their lives.
Just had an amazing conversation with a set of our guys, one of whom is in the training program now. His younger brother was killed, and he's experienced the violence, the war that his group's been into with another group. I asked him over the past 10 years how many people had been lost. He just shook his head. He said, "Arnie, I don't know, maybe 40. I said, "What are you fighting about?" He said, you want to know the crazy thing? We don't even know what we're fighting about. Don't even know. That has to stop.
At first, it was no hope, and I was on the verge of ready to give up and going back to the streets. So one of my old mentors introduced me into Craig Nash. Everything fell right into place thanks to Craig.
There have been amazing programs around Chicago before of people that interrupted violence and did different things to try to stem and reduce violence in Chicago, but they didn't have a lot to offer guys. You ask guys to put down the guns, what are they going to pick up?
I'll show you how to take care of that.
So if we're going to provide a program that's going to be a pre-apprenticeship, we wanted to guarantee that at the end there is an opportunity for these youths to come into the painting program.
A lot of programs that start nowadays start with, we're going to train you how to get a job. We're going to do this for you. We're going to do that for you. But they don't guarantee them work. So this is really a step up because once they go through the program, they will have employment. This isn't just a job. This is a career.
I can't overstate what a big deal that is for our men, and what I want the unions and others to understand of what a big deal this is for our city.
We make our living in Chicago. We want to be a part of the community. We want to be a part of solving some of the issues that we see in our community.
We'll make a difference in these 6 people's lives and their families' lives. But if we could all get on board, just think of how many people we could affect and how many neighborhoods we could affect, and how can we affect our union?
Our business manager and our contractors seem very receptive to listening to what the needs of the community are. So we're really in tune to that, and we're making sure that we reach out and provide real opportunity to people in the areas that they live. The union should be part of their community.
CRED kind of taught me how to save money, and okay, well now you have to budget this for these bills and stuff like that. So they're not just giving you a job, they're teaching you a whole nother lifestyle.
It basically escape the radius that I'm used to, you know. You get out, see different things, do different things.
I love the people in this environment. I love their attitude, you know, their enthusiasm. I love it all, so I'm willing to try and do what I need to do to be successful.
I can't overstate how important it is that we have good paying jobs, good union jobs. You talked about a pension, you talked about a chance to continue to grow.
Unions in general, I don't care who you are, if you're a member, you make the same as everybody else. According to the Department of Labor statistics, we have 3 times as many minorities hires in our union, and we also have 4 times as many female hirings as the outside world, non-union segment. Now we may have to help boost that to get more minorities in.
And so this is just another extension of getting more diversity in our union.
Because we do believe that the same opportunities that we had, we want everybody to have that opportunity.
We just have amazing guys, and our guys are good with their hands, and whether it's, you know, carpentry or plumbing or HVAC or electrical or, you know, paint, whatever it might be, a lot of our guys have grown up doing these kinds of things. They're not the problem, they're actually the solution. We have to walk with them, learn with them, continue to support them, and they are going to lead. Our young men are going to lead Chicago to a better place.
I want to be able to come back and talk to kids that are going to get in the program, that I have been successful, that I've been a part of the streets, and that I'm here now, and I'm being able to talk to them and tell them that this is a better future for y'all. And I was the same people. I want to be, like they were talking to us, I want to be the same way for the kids that's coming in for the next program.
They're helping me get a stable career, so that way I can start living my life the way I want to earn it.
Without CRED, I actually think like I still be on the streets. I either be dead or in prison. Like CRED really was a turning point in my life and helped me a lot.
They give us hope.
I hope we get to learn more and more about the trade every day as I'm being here. I hope to learn more.
CRED actually gave me another light, and it's chances, and people do care out there.
Studies show that when at-risk men follow career pathways to skilled trades, crime can be reduced by up to 50%, and their wages can go up by 300% or more.